Welcome out to Richfield High School for coverage of the 1A state tournament. I'm Tyler Gibb alongside Nate Thatcher as we welcome you in for the second round matchup between Tabiona and Altamont. Nate, it's like waking up on Christmas morning, that first Wednesday of the state tournament.
I love this weekend. You said it perfectly. It just feels like you're a little kid. The present of basketball is in front of us, and we get to watch it for 4 days straight. Winners, losers, all around. We're going to have a fun time.
Well, let's get into the Zions Bank pregame report. We'll start with the 4th overall seed, the Tabiona Tigers. They're coached by Jake Fabrizio. They finished 19-4 on the season, made it to back-to-back state championships, but weren't able to win the big one at the end.
Yeah, they started off the season really great. Started with 8 straight wins. Talking with Coach Fabrizio before the game, he just said, we have a lot of experience, but it also comes with a combination of seniority and skilled freshmen. So we're going to have a lot of fun players to look out for with the Tabiona Tigers today.
Looking at the other side at Altamont, they're 5-15 on the season, also in Region 22. They're coached by Whitney Wilkerson. She had to take over midway through the season.
Yeah, she was talking about how tough it was. And obviously, I think no matter what level of basketball you're in, whether it's 1A Utah basketball, even up you go to the NBA or WNBA, it's just a hard transition if you're taking over midway. And she talked about trying to earn that respect and that trust back and forth from players to coaches, talking about that communication, that relationship. It's really hard to build midway through the season. But they're here now, and this is where this can all culminate to a fantastic finish down the stretch.
Yeah, and they're led by Mary Peck. I mean, she averages 11 points on the season. She scored in double figures in 6 of her last 7. Last year in the state tournament in the opening round, she had 17 points, 15 rebounds, 6 steals, and 4 blocks. So she knows how to stuff the stat sheet. She'll be an important piece for the Longhorns today. For Tabiona, they're led by Macy Rhodes. She's a junior. She scores almost 13 a game. She scored in double figures in 6 straight and in 10 of her last 11. She's averaging 15.5 points over her last 11 games.
Yeah, Macy's a fantastic player to watch. And just like you mentioned with Mary Peck, talking with Coach Wilkerson before the game, she just said she draws defenders into the paint and allows for open shots all across the court. Should be a fantastic game today to start off the day.
That'll do it for your Zions Bank pregame report as we get ready for tip-off. We'll run you through the starting lineups with Tabiona, Macy Rhodes, Camilla Webb, Hadley Henderson, Cicely Fabrizio, and Camry Iverson. For Altamont, Mary Peck was there to tip. As Tabiona takes it, it's Fabrizio. Good pump fake move inside, but Henderson ran into some contact, wasn't able to finish.
Yeah, once again, good defense that time by Altamont as they bring it up in transition. Good start, defensive possession for him.
Peck inside, and that's too easy for her. She gets a low paint touch.
Yeah, see, like I said, it draws the defenders in. She had 2 defenders, but she's still able to get it to go down.
Altamont comes out in a 2-3 zone. Rhodes and Henderson play a little back and forth. Haven't been able to get inside the perimeter. Rhodes looks inside to Fabrizio through arms of Longhorns and not able to get it, but they do get possession back on the out of bounds.
Yeah, I like the passing around the perimeter, right? So they're tossing the rock around, and then they dish it down low to Fabrizio. Still a tough look because if you look, Mary's just sitting right down there in the paint. It's really a tough. She's got a really good body, really big and physical. But great pass down low that time and a fantastic finish for Tabiona.
And that's the 2 leaders for the Tigers, Macy Rhodes and Fabrizio, who connect for the first points of the tournament.
So early on, we're seeing the stars from both squads show up in those opening possessions.
Peck goes inside. Jaylee Taylor gets a little caught up, didn't know where to go, and just moved her pivot foot.
Yeah, and that's the thing. When you're going to get caught up with really good defense down in the key, the key is not to hesitate when that pressure comes, right? If you pick up your dribble, stay low, keep your feet down, find the open player.
Baseline jumper, Macy Rhodes tries again, and she connects again, so she's got 4 early points.
Yeah, you just can't leave her open. She's a 3-level scorer, and especially in that mid-range, if you give her an open look, she's going to knock it down.
Tabiona, a trap on the full court pressure, causes a steal. The look inside to Fabrizio is knocked out of bounds by McConkey. So now some turnovers, Altamont getting a little sped up, and Tabiona, we've seen them start early against Altamont in the previous 2 matchups this season.
Yeah, when we were talking with Coach Wilkerson pregame, she just said we have to start out great. And while that opening possession was fantastic, they've kind of fallen into a little bit of a strut as Fabrizio misses. Let's see if they can get back in it.
Rebound fought for and corralled by the Tigers. 3 is up, and it's cashed through. It's Camilla Webb with the Bryce Canyon City 3.
Oh, that was a fantastic pass from Fabrizio. She sees cross court as the defense was kind of laid back down low in the key, and now they get the steal in transition.
7-0 run for the Tigers after falling down 2-0. Fabrizio, she tries it on her own this time, and that's short. Peck skies for the board.
Good look, but see, Peck is just down low. She's hustling. Let's see if they can get a good look here on their offensive possession.
Altamont scored on their first possession, and they've been scoreless for over 2 minutes since. It's Taylor inside. She's too strong. Rhodes grabs the rebound and takes some contact from Peck.
Yeah, that's just a tough look from Taylor. Goes to the left side, picks up her dribble, tries to go over Fabrizio with her left hand, which is just a really tough shot. In that instance, I feel like it's better once you pick up your dribble, find Mary down low or another teammate who's going to be cutting addition. And it looks like Altamont's going to take a timeout right now.
We'll take a timeout as well. This is state championship basketball brought to you by SUU on TeamHive.live and KTTA 8.1.
Do you like car shows? Well, let's supersize it as trucks from all over come for you to enjoy at the Panguitch City Truck Show. It's a family fun event on the 4th of July weekend. Friday night is the light show on Panguitch Main Street from 8 to 10:30 p.m. Saturday, the show will be at the Panguitch City Park from 10 to 4. Truck registration is $75. We support all truck drivers that make our communities better, so why not show off their trucks? We wish all teams success.
Welcome back to 1A State Championship basketball from that Zions Bank timeout. For banking designed to help you score more, Zions Bank is for you. It's Tabiona who's jumped out to a 7-2 early lead on a 7-0 run. They'll look to add to that. Fabrizio at the free throw line splits through the contact, and she gets bumped, so she'll go to the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line.
Yeah, Altamont was going in a zone right there on their half-court defense. It opens up the middle, and that's the key to really breaking any zone. Pass it through the middle offensive player. You can dish it out to the perimeter, as we were seeing for the first few passes there, but Fabrizio decides to take it herself, and now she goes to the charity stripe to hit one from the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line.
That one is good. We talked about just a minute ago the fast starts that Tabiona has got out to against Altamont. Both matchups this season, they led by 13 after the first quarter. And again, after the first 2 possessions went the Longhorns' way, it's been all Tabiona since.
Yeah, I think we need to go back to seeing Peck go down low if Altamont wants to get back into this one. She's really the star. We saw it in the offensive possession, right? That's how they got back into this, or started this game really strong. But since then, Tabiona's just looked fantastic on the offensive side of the glass.
Tabiona swings it around. They get a look for Fabrizio. Peck swats it away, so good stand from the Longhorns. McConkey takes it the other way.
Yeah, Fabrizio, good pump fake there, but a little too hesitant there on the second look.
Coming up on 3 scoreless minutes for the Longhorns. The corner 3 is up. Carter no good, and Fabrizio grabs it, loses it out of bounds. The Tigers wanted some contact. Sicily can't believe it, but it sticks with the Longhorns.
Yeah, you can see Coach Fabrizio having a nice little conversation with the ref down there. Thought that he saw some grabbing of the arm, but ref said it was all ball down beneath.
They look inside to Taylor. She loses her footing and called for another travel on the block.
Oh, and she's injured. She's limping on her way back.
She fell to the ground. That's why she got called for the travel, but she hurt her ankle in the process, so that's just a tough break when you get hurt on the play.
Yeah, for sure. And she's gone to that shot a few times now. Again, on the left side of that basket, that's just a really tough look with your offhand.
Into the game is Kaylee Williams for Altamont. Fabrizio, baseline jumper. She finds the bottom of the net again. A 10-0 run.
Yeah, they're just finding wide open mid-range shots in that zone. That's where you're going to find your good looks.
Inside, it's Kaylee Williams who just came off the bench. She'll buy 2, get 1 free, and head to the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line.
What a play in transition. That's what Altamont looked like at the beginning of this quarter. Moving quickly, going to the other side of the basket. Great find that time to see Williams down low, wide open for the bucket, gets the foul, now able to go to the free throw line, see if she can convert this to a old-fashioned three-point play.
And that's exactly what you want from your bench players. When the team's struggling a little bit, you need that boost, and you immediately get Kaylee Williams coming into the game and giving a spark.
Yeah, when we were preparing for this week and yesterday, we had a conversation. I feel like every team needs a spark, right, off the bench that can just bring your team within as Tabiona shoots up a three, not able to go, but Henderson gets the rebound. I just feel like you need those players that can just come in, work their tails off, try and get some points on the board.
Second chance points have been big for the Tigers. Webb tries the three. It's off the glass. No good. And again, Fabrizio gets the offensive rebound. So the Longhorns have forced some missed shots. It's just they haven't been able to corral the rebound on a lot of these possessions.
Yeah, if you want to cut yourself back into this one, the key is not to give second chance points. And in this case, this is going to be Tabiona's fourth straight look in the same possession. You just can't really do that. It's really good that they're forcing misses on the original shots, but you got to get down low. Mary can't be the only one grabbing those boards. You got to, if you're a teammate, go in there, crash the glass, try and get a rebound.
Joy Gines and Michaela Sanders have checked in for the Tigers. Tabiona's been patient with this zone. They've got the looks that they've wanted.
You can see they're just using that mid-range, passing around the perimeter, and then slashing.
A bump inside. And one thing that's been really impressive from Tabby, they use the pass to move it, and then their dribbles, when they are dribbling, it's with a purpose. They're not just putting the ball on the floor because they can.
Yeah, and in this league, I mean, turnovers come with a high cost. When you put the ball, like you said, on the court, when you don't really need to, it causes useless turnovers that aren't going to get you anywhere. And like we've seen, Altamont's doing really good when they're in transition off of turnovers.
Rhodes has a look on the wing but doesn't take it. Fabrizio again cross court. The ball is moving back and forth.
I mean, it's in the players' hands for maybe a second, and they're just keep passing around the perimeter.
Fabrizio goes inside. McConkey knocked the ball out of her hands, but not without some contact. Or they'll call it against number 25, Celestia Rigby. So McConkey got the ball clean up top, but the contact down low gets called.
Yeah, Fabrizio is taking it. I feel like she's kind of the slasher right now for Tabby in this first quarter. She's getting in the mid-range. She wants to take it to the bucket. We haven't been able to see one go down yet, but now she's getting to the free throw line and converting from the charity stripe.
Sicily has the last 4 points for the Tigers. Two for two trips, so she's knocked down 3 of her 4 Legacy Ace Hardware free throws. And we see the Tigers back in that full court pressure.
Yeah, that's a good call by Coach Fabrizio. When Altamont has pressure, it's hard to put him in transition, but what a play that time. Oh, my goodness.
And it's Jaylee Taylor, who we just saw leave with a hurt ankle, but she checks back in and immediately makes a difference.
I mean, she's come back in. Now we've seen multiple and one opportunities now for the Longhorns. Comes in, got that brace on the left ankle, immediately making a difference. She's on the right side now. That was the difference. She's on the right side of the bucket. That's her dominant hand. She's going to get that layup to go down almost every time.
Maybe Coach Wilkerson just needs to send in subs, and first possession they get an and one. That's the trick for the Longhorns.
She's sprinting down the court like nothing's wrong.
Deficit trimmed to 5. Again, they've trailed by 13 after each of the first quarters in the previous 2 matchups. A good job to respond after a 10-0 Tabiona run. That pass can't be caught inside, so back to the Longhorns, and they've got a little bit of momentum brewing.
Yeah, like we've been talking about, their first look on defense, they're forcing some really tough shots, and that time a tough pass down low, as now they push it in transition.
Mads McConkey, she goes in and finishes the nifty layup on the left side, and Coach Fabrizio wants a timeout. 7-2 run. This is 1A State Championship Basketball, brought to you by the Bryce Canyon Half Marathon on 1aball.com.
Precision Tire Service is a new tire lube shop in Duchesne, Utah. Stop in and see what's new. Service with a smile. Congratulations, Tabiona Tigers, on a great season. Best of luck at state. Imagine a cool winter sunrise with the sound of skates gliding across smooth ice, adding to the soundtrack of winter in Bryce. With the unveiling of the Bryce Canyon Ice Ribbon. The Ice Ribbon offers a meandering path with music echoing through the pines,
Ruby's Inn provides crowd-pleasing activities that include ice skating, snowshoeing, and cross-country skiing, with equipment rentals on site. Book now at ruby'sinn.com.
Welcome back from that Zions Bank timeout. For big-time banking with the home team feel, Zions Bank is for you. It's Altamont who's been on a surge of late. Tabiona will look to respond out of the timeout. It's Rhodes for three. She can't connect, and again the Tigers crash the offensive glass and come up with an extra possession.
Yeah, you're just seeing all non-shooters go to the boards.
And that time it's Joy Gines who cashes in on the extra possession. Big response out of the timeout.
Yeah, they're just getting multiple looks, and it's allowing them to increase their lead every single time.
Longhorns looking to answer back. McConkey circles around. Tabiona's back into a man-to-man. McConkey, she just had her first points of the night, but can't convert again. And it's the bonus time for Tabiona, so they'll head the other way for 2 free throws.
Yeah, I think the key is, we were talking with Coach Whitney Wilkerson for Altamont before the game. Both coaches talked about being physical, but it has to be physical without the point of fouling into aggression. I think that time Mary was just a little too aggressive trying to get that board. And you can't send Fabrizio to the line, right? She's already made 3 free throws here from the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line.
That one rims out for Sicily. And with the new foul rules in high school, you see free throws in the first and third quarter more often than you used to when they had it broken down by half, and then there's no 1-and-1. So they get 2 free throws each time they go, and that helps out Sicily as she misses the first but cashes in on the second.
Yeah, she's right now 4 of 6 from the line. Great start in this first quarter. And I think also grabbing those fouls, causing those fouls to happen is also what's helped them get this 7-point lead.
Kaylee Rigby is trapped in the corner. It goes off Tabiona, so they'll get the possession back. After Altamont hit Tabiona with a 7-2 run, the Longhorns have given up the last 4, so Tabiona closing the quarter strong. Inside, Jaylee Taylor, she goes to that left side again, gets it poked away. It'll stay with the Longhorns. Or they say...
Altamont's it is. They were just a little confused. Mary was thinking it was off of her, or excuse me, Jaylee was thinking it was off her.
They pump faked us.
Yeah, they got us good.
We just got. Longhorns inbound underneath. McConkey trying to make a move inside, faces a triple team, but Fabrizio gets called for the contact. Only the 3rd team foul, so no free throws for the Longhorns.
Yeah, and at this point, right, there's under a minute left. You can be a little bit more physical, right, because you're not close to that 5 foul rule in the quarter.
Foul actually goes against Hadley Henderson, not Fabrizio. That's Hadley's first. And the Longhorns cough it up. Rhodes, strong move baseline against Taylor. Fabrizio, good look inside, back to Rhodes. She tried to split the double team, and she'll go back to the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line.
I kind of like what Rhodes did right there. We saw that Fabrizio passed it to her in the mid-range, but then she pump faked, waited, she was patient, decided to take it to the rack, got fouled, obviously, and now she gets 2 at the free throw line.
Tabiona is the ultimate display of team basketball, and if you give up the basketball, it's ultimately going to find you.
Yeah. I just think I really like how they're passing around the perimeter. As I was mentioning before earlier in the quarter, they're really not having the ball in their hands for more than a second at a time, and then until the player finally decides, as Rhodes misses both, that they want to shoot, they're shooting really good shots, but usually on their second or third looks.
Altamont could hold for the final possession if they please, but they don't seem to have an interest in that. And that's something that I've noticed a lot in the 1A basketball. When the shot clock's turned off, or in this case it's identical, both at 26 seconds, teams generally just run their offense. They don't seem to stall or wait for the last shot. They'll just take what they can get.
Yeah, and scoring's at a premium, right? So we're at 20 seconds to go. Just get your best look with what you've been doing already and take this into the next quarter.
Rigby circles around and gets it knocked away. It's Cadence Pippi who goes the other way, and her layup is good and takes the contact. So a big swing in the final 5 seconds of the first quarter, a chance to build the lead to double digits.
Yeah, that is just not what you want if you're the Longhorns. You set up your offense. It just seemed like you were slowly, methodically trying to find your rhythm. You force a turnover, and then in transition you foul on the open shooter. I mean, it was not even close. Pippi just had a great look at the basket. No one's in front of her, so you foul from behind. Not a great look that time for the Longhorns as they finish off this quarter just in a really tough way.
Legacier's hardware free throw's no good. Again, Fabrizio gets the rebound. The three up top, no good. And that will end the quarter. So Joy Gines, who had cashed in on 1-3, can't hit that one, but a strong finish to the quarter puts Tabiona up 18-9. This is state championship basketball brought to you by Zions Bank on KSLSports.com.
This is the moment. You're here. Where you belong, you belong, you belong. This is the moment. You're here. Where you belong, you belong, you belong. This is the moment. You're here. Where you belong, you belong, you belong. This is the moment. You're here. Where you belong, you belong, you belong.
Windy Mesa Studios in Panguitch is your local source for personalized and custom printed products. From wholesale items for your gift shop to custom framed or gallery wrapped canvas pictures, we have you covered. Contact us at 435-618-0014.
Welcome back to state championship basketball brought to you by the Garcane Propane on TeamHive.live. Altamont starts with possession. They've gone scoreless over the last 2.5 minutes. It was Tabiona who ended the first quarter on a 6-0 run. Peck inside, and just how she started the first quarter, she starts the second with her second basket of the night.
Yeah,
Morning.
And that's the key, right? We talked about in the first quarter. Go to your strongest player, start from there, and then you can pass it out, let your teammates score as well.
And the two possessions she scored on, they seemed rather effortless. They just got a good look, a low paint touch, and she turned and does what she does best and finished the two.
I mean, she's averaging 11 points a game. You got to get her those looks, especially when it comes to state tournament time.
Longhorns get a stop on the other end. Conkey sets up the offense. Now Rigby swings it over. McConkey nowhere to go. Cicely Fabrizio has been all over the court in this first half. We've seen she's probably got at least 4 or 5 offensive rebounds, has created some chaos on defense.
Yeah, that's the key when it comes to postseason tournament time. You really just have to be physical, crash the glass on defense, have active hands, moving, force, cause turnovers. I feel like Fabrizio's been doing a really great job for Tabiona right here in the first half.
And you see it's really her and her experience that has been kind of the main factor in this first half. This is her 4th state tournament that she's been getting, minutes in, and with their deep playoff runs in the past, that just brings a lot of experience for the Tigers.
Yeah, Tabiona has their chance to go to their 3rd straight state championship. And when you have that experience, that's going to cause you to do great things in these early rounds.
Tigers get the steal inside to Fabrizio. Quick pass. They play a little triangle game. This time Rhodes takes it in herself. No good. Rebound fought for again. Back to the Tigers. It was Cadence Pippi who created the extra possession.
I just love their mentality, right? If there's going to be a miss, if there's going to be a make, crash the glass. Of course, Altamont's gotten in transition a few times, but Tabiona's been able to recover. So I love this game plan that they have here in this first half.
Good job by Kennedy Carter to knock it away, and it's McConkey who gets it and goes the other way. That left side, we've seen her finish there before. That time she takes the contact.
Yeah, just take it to the rack. I feel like in transition, people can be hesitant when you have two defenders coming at you. And that time she says, I'm going to take the foul. And now she's going to go to the free throw line for 2.
And that was Kennedy Carter, who had just checked back into the game on that defensive possession. She snuck over on that backside of the zone to knock it away and create the opportunity for points for the Longhorns as McConkey misses the first free throw.
And especially if you're the underdog and you get to the free throw line, this is when these shots become critical. You're getting free looks at the glass. Got to get these ones to go in.
0 for 2 trip. Back the other way, Henderson kicks out to Rhodes. Back to Henderson. She thought about it. Rhodes again goes inside. Not able to finish, and Henderson again brings it down.
Altamont's going in a 2-3 zone, but then some of their players that are down on the baseline are crashing up to the perimeter.
Fabrizio's too strong. Henderson tries to gather it again. This time the Longhorns escape with the stop. But it's just got to be a little bit draining when you're down on the defensive side of the floor for anywhere from 40 seconds to 50 seconds each time. You keep getting stops, but you can't grab the rebound.
And they're really pushing it on offense, as we see right there. Early shot and a make there from Chesney Bywater.
So Chesney, the freshman, comes in and gets things started. A 4-0 start to the second quarter. Tabiona still scoreless in this quarter.
It's only a 2-possession game. It feels like Tabiona's been able to control, but Altamont keeping themselves in this one.
We've had a little bit of a game of runs. Tabiona will go on a run, and then Altamont will respond.
Looks like Giants is going to check in for Pippi here. I feel like Tabby's been able to get some good looks, but not great looks here in the second quarter, and that's why they haven't been able to get a shot to go down yet. Pass it around the perimeter, slash when you can.
Giants, she's already hit one, but can't connect on that three. And again, you can see Coach Wilkerson. She's imploring her players, we've got to go crash the glass and get these rebounds. Fabrizio, no good. And again, she chases down her own miss. So this will be the third opportunity on this possession for the Tigers. And that time, Sicily cashes in. So the offensive rebound pays off and turns into points.
Altamont's been playing such great defense on those first and second looks. But the fact that the Tigers are getting third and fourth looks is just not what you want if you're Altamont.
Fabrizio is up to 8 points so far in this one. She had 18 points in the first day of the state tournament last year, so she's not shy when she gets to the big stage.
I mean, like we were talking about earlier in the quarter, they've been here before. And so I feel like when you have that experience, I think the nerves kind of go out the window once gameplay starts.
Mary Peck, no good on that attempt. Tabiona gets it. So it's been one and done on a lot of the misses for Altamont. They haven't been able to get their own extra opportunities. Tabiona has been able to cash in on this end of the floor. Gines and Henderson play a little back and forth. Fabrizio goes to work on Taylor. A tough move, and Taylor had her covered, but the rip through by Fabrizio, and Taylor gets contact called on her, so back to the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line.
I think Fabrizio's got good length for a player that's trying to slash down to the paint. You see that Taylor's playing great defense, right? She's up to 2 fouls now. But it's just the way that Fabrizio is able to go underneath, try and get a tough layup to go. But it's hard as a defender, right? Because you want to slash your arms down, but that's just cause for an easy foul to be called.
And Taylor had the position she needed. She's playing good defense. It's just so tempting as a defender when that offensive player goes towards the basket and you just want to swat it away. You just get caught reaching.
Yeah, a lot of people want to turn into a Zion Williamson per sorts, just go up and swipe it with all your might. But in this case, you just got to be smart. Of course, that's their first foul. I think in terms of being smart with fouls, Tabby's already at 3 with over 4 minutes to go as Fabrizio gets the second one to go down. So I think Altamont would draw some more fouls, get to the free throw line. That gives you open looks to try and close this deficit.
Sicily's already shot 8 free throws in the first half. She's up to 9 points. McConkey tries to go to work inside, loses possession, gets it back. Rigby, nowhere to go. Peck, free throw line jumper. She'll turn square up and miss. Rhodes grabs the rebound. Sicily attacking the other way. No patience, no rush, and why would you when you can finish and get the contact and go back to the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line?
Did you just see the emotion on Fabrizio's face? She wanted that one. She was screaming and one afterwards. I was just about to say in transition, Altamont needs someone who can drive. If anyone's going to be that player, it's Mary Peck. Fabrizio shows you exactly who that player can be for Tabby, takes it right to the basket, gets the N1 opportunity.
And we've seen Tabiona be patient a lot in this first half, but you see they're smart at taking their opportunities. They know the pace of the game and are in control, and Sicily cashes in on the three-point play. Wilkerson takes a timeout. This is state championship basketball brought to you by the Windy Mesa Studio on TeamHive.live and KTTA 8.1.
Ruby's Inn General Store has the area's widest selection of Indian arts and crafts, curios, and groceries. Located 1 mile from the entrance to Bryce Canyon National Park, Ruby's General Store has what you need.
Brown Brothers Construction offers a wide variety of construction and excavation services. We offer standard and decorative colored concrete to South Central Utah and Northern Arizona. We are excited to announce our concrete pumping service to Kane County, Utah and Coconino County, Arizona. We look forward to our next pour with you. Brown Brothers' success is a direct result of our dedicated and talented employees. If you're looking for a fun and fulfilling employment opportunity, join our team today. Everyone at Brown Brothers Construction wishes all athletes the best of luck in the postseason.
Welcome back from the Zions Bank timeout for game-winning banking with the home team feel. Zions Bank is for you. Altamont has possession and loses it out of bounds, but they'll keep it. Inside, Mary Peck again on the out of bounds. We've seen that be successful, and immediately a timeout from Fabrizio, so he didn't like what he saw there. This is state championship basketball brought to you by the Bryce Canyon Mule Days. Chrome in the Canyon Mule Cell on 18ball.com.
Bryce Canyon City is your destination for adventure. Cruise the miles of scenic trails on e-bikes, ATVs, horses, mountain bikes, or on foot. Let us take your breath away with a stunning array of winter activities, the rodeo, shopping for memorable souvenirs, world-class stargazing, and of course, the majestic Bryce Canyon National Park. Make Bryce Canyon City your next stop for an unforgettable adventure. All the amenities the city can provide. Visit BryceCanyonCityUT.gov.
The Bryce Canyon Half Marathon course.
Welcome back from that Zions Bank timeout for banking that helps you stay in the game no matter where you are. Zions Bank is for you. As we get set, next dead ball, we'll do our Fab Rats question, so don't go anywhere as your chance to win a Fab Rats t-shirt. Sicily Fabrizio, she cashes in another three. So Sicily has all 9 points for the Tigers in this quarter.
Yeah, this is the quarter where on their season average, they average the most points at 11.7 points per second quarter. This is where they really turn it on, take teams out of the game.
McConkey rims out on her layup attempt, and rebound is grabbed by the Tigers. Sicily has 15 of the last 20 for Tabiona. Henderson says, let me get in on the action, and the biggest lead for Tabiona, it's up to 14.
Yeah, look, I just love how Fabrizio is calling these timeouts. He's firing his girls up. They come back in, they respond. Quick 5-0 run there by the Tigers.
Altamont, a turnover, so it goes back to Tabiona, and we saw that timeout from Coach Fabrizio after about 5 seconds of game time, Mary Peck got the points on the inbounds for Altamont, and he didn't like what he saw, and the team responds.
Yeah, and in great fashion, right? We've talked about how they're able to get good looks on the second or third try. These last 2 times down the floor, it's the first look. They're getting it to go down.
11-2 run overall for Tabiona. They've stretched the lead to 14 as they work around Sicily. She's got the hot hand, and why stop when you can keep doing that?
What a response, and what a second quarter by Fabrizio. She is by far, clearly, her head's in this game mentally, and she's playing up to it right now.
11 points in the quarter for Fabrizio, 17 in the half. So Sicily has taken over, and any momentum that Altamont may have been carrying with them, Sicily has snatched right out of their hands.
Tyler, should we play some Fab Rats trivia?
Let's do Fab Rats.
Let's play some Fab Rats trivia. Fab Rats is an entertaining, family-friendly YouTube channel. So we're going to ask you a trivia question, and make sure to email your answer to uhsslive@gmail.com. The winner will get a Fab Rats t-shirt from the broadcast booth. So first question today for Fab Rats trivia: how many tape measures have fans sent in? Closest to the correct number, or if you get it exactly right, first one that gets it will win. Make sure to send your answer to uhsslive@gmail.com to win a free Fab Rats t-shirt.
Tabiona, 7 on the shot clock. They go inside, and it's ripped away, so a good defensive possession for Altamont. Just over a minute and a half. Sicily Fabrizio and her 17 points sits on the bench to take a much-deserved rest. It's Jaylee Taylor who comes up empty on the jump shot. Tabiona goes the other way, looking to extend their lead. A good drive inside. Macy Rhodes, she takes the contact and finishes. So normally she's the leading point scorer for Tabiona. It's been Sicily today, but Macy Rhodes says, I've still got a little bit in my back pocket as well.
She says, I got to get mine too. I have to keep my average up for the season. Once again, they're just able to slash to the basket. And I feel like in 1A basketball, and especially in the girls' division, that is just such a gift if you have a play like that. And in the case of the Tabiona Tigers, they've got multiple, and they're showing it right here in the first half.
Macy Rhodes cashes in on the three-point play at the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line.
First Tabby Tiger to make it from the free throw stripe besides Sicily.
Altamont fights for the extra possession. They get it, and they cash in. Kennedy Carter steps in and gets the 2 for the Longhorns. Shot clock turned off.
Let's see if they actually hold it.
They look content to take the final shot of the half. Although cast with 10 seconds left. Peyton Pippy no good. The Longhorns go the other way. They'll have a chance at a shot. They've got to hurry. A little strong, Celestia Rigby. Hey, when the adrenaline's flowing, you've got your eyes on that last second shot.
Hey, her eye was at the clock. That's where the ball went, so you can say she was focused, just doesn't get the ball to go in.
Strong finish for Tabiona to the first half. They lead 34-17. Stick around for the SUU halftime report coming up. This is 1A State Championship Basketball, brought to you by Bryce Canyon City on TeamHive.live.
The Bryce Canyon Half Marathon course takes you through the iconic red rock that is abundant throughout Bryce Canyon country. Also enjoy the 5K or Color Me Fun run. Register today at BryceCanyonHalfMarathon.com. Race is scheduled for the second Saturday in July.
Fab Rats is an entertaining YouTube channel based in beautiful southern Utah. Paul, Michelle, and the crew showcase major and minor fabrication builds, off-road adventures, family fun, and much more. Check them out on YouTube and subscribe today.
Are you looking for ways to protect your agricultural-related investments from lack of precipitation and market downturns? We are the Ag Experts. Our team specializes in PRF insurance, LRP insurance, and ranch insurance. Give Chad a call today to learn how you can protect your calf check from the market downturns and your livestock range from drought. Don't get caught at the bottom of the cycles. Choose the experts. Choose us, your agriculture insurance specialists. Call Chad Lyman with Tyler Jeffs and Associates at 435-633-5981.
Garcane Propane proudly sponsors Region 20 basketball. We are here to meet your propane needs. Call us 800-747-5403.
Love cheese? We do too. Come join our team with a generous benefit package and starting wages over $18 an hour. Are you ready to be an employee owner? Great Lakes Cheese in Fillmore is ready for you. Grow with the largest natural cheese packer in the nation. Full-time positions available for every shift. Apply online at GreatLakesCheese.com. Again, that's GreatLakesCheese.com. Wishing all athletes good luck in the tournament and eat more cheese. It's time for championship basketball, and Lamb Excavating, located in Orderville, Utah, wishes all teams the best of luck in the postseason. Lamb Excavating can help you with all of your excavation needs, from gravel to chip seal and any other excavating. No job is too big or too small. Give Darwin and the boys a call, 435-648-2318. Now let's play some ball. Are you tired of winter and ready to ride? We invite you to the Bryce Canyon Mule Days. Join us in Tropic, Utah the first week in May for guided mule rides, vendors, food, and fun, featuring arena events including ranch sorting. Then Friday night, a live concert featuring Bren Hill, and the premier Chrome in the Canyon Mule Sale on Saturday. Learn more at BryceCanyonMuleDays.com, and we will see you there.
Do you like car shows? Well, let's supersize it as trucks from all over come for you to enjoy at the Panguitch City Truck Show. It's a family fun event on the 4th of July weekend. Friday night is the light show on Panguitch Main Street from 8 to 10:30 p.m. Saturday, the show will be at the Panguitch City Park from 10 to 4. Truck registration is $75. We support all truck drivers that make our communities better, so why not show off their trucks? We wish all teams success. Precision Tire Service is a new tire lube shop in Duchesne, Utah. Stop in and see what's new. Service with a smile. Congratulations, Tabiona Tigers, on a great season. Best of luck at state.
Welcome out to the SUU halftime report as Tabiona has pulled ahead 34-17
Imagine
over
a
Altamont.
cool winter sunrise.
They did so on a 16-2 run to end the half. It was 18-13 with about 5 minutes left in the second quarter, and then Tabiona, thanks to Cicely Fabrizio and her veteran leadership, pulled away to double up the Longhorns at halftime.
Yeah, they, like you just mentioned, they almost doubled their score with 5 minutes to go in the second quarter, and that's all thanks to Cicely Fabrizio. 17 points in the first half, 11 in the second quarter. That's something you don't see every day, but I feel like in the first day of tournament action, we're going to see a lot of these higher-seeded teams rise to the occasion, play to the best of their abilities before things get a little bit tighter down the stretch. Tabiona really playing their brand of basketball, not letting Altamont kind of stray them from what they know how to do best.
For Altamont, Mary Peck has 6. She leads the way, and we've seen her be successful when she gets a touchdown low, but they've just struggled to get anything going consistently down on the block with Mary Peck.
Yeah, and we mentioned it at the beginning of both of those opening quarters. The first possessions in both the first and the second quarter went straight to Mary. She was able to get a good look, and we said that it looked like Tabiona wasn't able to understand how to defend her. And then it just seems like Altamont went away from that right afterwards. So I feel like if you're the Longhorns, if you want to come back, it all starts with her. It's balanced scoring all around for Altamont. We've got 4 different players with a basket, but Mary's the one who leads with 3 different field goals. It's time for them to kind of look down low to her, and then she'll help everyone else get involved.
And then on the other side for the Tigers, it's just been all Cicely. Her 17 points, 11 in the second quarter. She's really made a living at the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line where she's 6 of 9. Macy Rhodes has 7. Hadley Henderson, Joy Gines, Camilla Webb, and Cadence Pippi have each chipped in a basket, so they lead by 17. This has been the SUU Halftime Report. Ready to soar with SUU. Check them out at suu.edu.
Imagine a cool winter sunrise with the sound of skates gliding across smooth ice, adding to the soundtrack of winter in Bryce. With the unveiling of the Bryce Canyon Ice Ribbon. The Ice Ribbon offers a meandering path with music echoing through the pines. Ruby's Inn provides crowd-pleasing activities that include ice skating, snowshoeing, and cross-country skiing, with equipment rentals on site. Book now at rubysin.com.
This is the moment. You're here. Where you belong, you belong, you belong.
Windy Mesa Studios in Panguitch is your local source for personalized and custom printed products. From wholesale items for your gift shop to custom framed or gallery wrapped canvas pictures, we have you covered. Contact us at 435-618-0014.
Ruby's Inn General Store has the area's widest selection of Indian arts and crafts, curios, and groceries. Located 1 mile from the entrance to Bryce Canyon National Park, Ruby's General Store has what you need.
Brown Brothers Construction offers a wide variety of construction and excavation services. We offer standard and decorative colored concrete to South Central Utah and Northern Arizona. We are excited to announce our concrete pumping service to Kane County, Utah and Coconino County, Arizona. We look forward to our next pour with you. Brown Brothers' success is a direct result of our dedicated and talented employees. If you're looking for a fun and fulfilling employment opportunity, join our team today. Everyone at Brown Brothers Construction wishes all athletes the best of luck in the postseason.
Bryce Canyon City is your destination for adventure. Cruise the miles of scenic trails on e-bikes, ATVs, horses, mountain bikes, or on foot. Let us take your breath away with a stunning array of winter activities, the rodeo, shopping for memorable souvenirs, world-class stargazing, and of course, the majestic Bryce Canyon National Park. Make Bryce Canyon City your next stop for an unforgettable adventure. All the amenities the city can provide. Visit bryceCanyonCityUT.gov.
The Bryce Canyon Half Marathon course takes you through the iconic red rock that is abundant throughout Bryce Canyon country. Also enjoy the 5K or Color Me Fun run. Register today at BryceCanyonHalfMarathon.com. Race is scheduled for the second Saturday in July.
Welcome back for the second half of this second round matchup between Tabiona and Altamont. I'm Tyler Gibb alongside Nate Thatcher, Skylar Ludlow, our producer, and Colin Pace on the camera. It's been what we've seen in the previous two matchups between these two teams this year. This time in the state tournament, Tabiona leads by 17 to start the second half.
Yeah, both coaches talked about it being a physical contest. I felt like we saw that in the first quarter, but then it was really Tabiona's game to technically, as of right now, put away. Of course, anything can happen, right? Really tough to come back from a 17-point deficit at halftime. And I think if you're Altamont, play wild and free. You're the Longhorns, you know? Play like your mascot would do if they're out in the open range. And I think in this case, Mary Pack has to lead her girls. And I think this second half, win or lose, can help them build moving forward, not only in the tournament, but in Whitney Wilkerson's tenure as head coach.
And we mentioned it, but that's what Coach Wilkerson talked about before the game, just how hard it's been. She took over midway through the season for the Longhorns, and just being able to build that trust both with the players, her gaining trust in her players, and the players gaining trust in her. That's something that's really difficult to do when you come in midway through the season.
Yeah, it's just a tough transition. But like I said, when you're in the state tournament, this is a time to build upon looking forward to next season with your returning players.
On the other side, as another look inside. Sicily Fabrizio finds Rhodes, and that's exactly how they started the game, was a Fabrizio to Rhodes connection.
Yeah, it's just they're going back to basics. They're not going to stray from what they do best. We said Rhodes had to get hers as they get a steal, and she's already close to her season average.
You look at the contrast between the two teams. Fabrizio's no good. But Tabiona, they've been to the last 2 state championship games. Coach Fabrizio said they played around 40 games in the summer, just in their summer ball. So the difference between Tabiona, who comes in with experience, they've been in the tournament, they played a lot of summer ball together, a lot of continuity, and Altamont, on the other hand, who has a coaching change mid-season. There's a big difference between the way the two programs have kind of come into this tournament.
Yeah, it comes with that added experience as Altamont originally steals, and then in transition, Tabiona is able to get it back and force a foul. Those summer games are critical. I feel like both in boys and girls play, when you have the opportunity, usually it's against better competition. So then when you come back to play in school, league play, region play, you're just that much more experienced because you've been tested, you've been proven. And Tabiona is proving that, and they're showing that right now in the first game of the tournament.
Henderson up to Fabrizio. Fabrizio cashes in on the Bryce Canyon City 3. So Fabrizio and Rhodes really leading the Tigers in this one.
This is an all-time performance we're seeing right now from Fabrizio. If you're not watching this and paying attention, if you're tuning in later, you're going to be wondering, how did Fabrizio get this good? This is just a pinnacle of how you want to start a tournament.
Peck inside, and she's good. So Peck doing what she can to help the Longhorns, but it's been a tough task to overcome the play of Fabrizio in this one. Fabrizio's season high, she had 21 points on November 17th against Escalante. She's got 20 in this one, so as long as she keeps up what she's doing, she will break that season high. And also, that'll be a career high. So her career high is that 21 that she scored earlier this year. Fabrizio. Henderson trying, shot clock going down. It's at 3. Fabrizio draws the contact. So just a good play from Fabrizio to try to attack late in the shot clock. And again, it's Taylor who gets called for that bump.
Yeah, you can see Fabrizio made that same move she did in the first half. Tries to go underneath, draw a foul. They're going to call it on the floor. But she's just trying to get any bucket she can. There is no doubt she's going to be breaking this record.
Taylor heads to the bench. That's her third personal. Second team foul in the quarter for Altamont.
Yeah, we've got a few players in foul trouble for Altamont. And I think another key for the Longhorns, if they want to try and make this at least a close game, they haven't made any three-pointers yet. Tabiona's made 4, with Fabrizio making half of them. If Peck needs to get going, that'll draw defenders inside, which will open up opportunities for the shooters. And it looks like they're going to call a jump ball.
Jump ball, so it goes back to the Longhorns.
Yeah, that's just how you need to start. Play your game, send it down to Peck, draw the defenders in, get some open looks for your shooters, get some threes to go down.
A reach called by Henderson. She disagrees.
It's the hard part of being in a full court press. Obviously, your scheme is aggressive, and often that causes for the players to play in a more aggressive manner. When you're in that press, you got to stay composed as a player while playing in the physical scheme.
Altamont breaks the pressure. Inside, Celestia Rigby, she takes contact, so it'll be baseline out of bounds. Sicily Fabrizio gets called for the hit.
It's going to be Sicily's second, so she's in no worry as of right now that she'll foul out. But I like it. Slash to the basket, try and get a good look. Obviously it doesn't go, but now you get a second opportunity.
The corner 3 is no good by Chesney Bywater. A rare opportunity at an offensive rebound for Altamont, but it goes out of bounds.
Close to a second chance opportunity. They were close. But I like the hustle. You know, at least they're going after the ball. I feel like that's what Coach Wilkerson was trying to edge her girls on to do. Come on, you got to go crash the glass. Not able to corral the ball, but I like the intensity.
What's cool about this Tabiona team, too, is they're also the cheerleaders. So when their boys take on Bryce Valley later today, we're going to see them perform at halftime. So we didn't see them
dual sport
today
athletes
because they were in the locker room. But Sicily, for her career high, no good. Rebound fought for, and a travel is called against Camry Iverson. So she was fighting for the rebound, and her momentum just carried her backwards a little bit and gets called for steps.
Let's see how Altamont can respond right here. And
shot clock never started.
We've actually been seeing this, I feel like, in a lot of the games I've called here in the state. Shot clock, it seems to have a malfunction at least once a game, no matter where you're at.
I will say, first half, we were all clean with the clock.
And I'll say, malfunction or not, the shot clock has elevated the level of play in high school basketball. And I feel like, especially once it comes to tournament time, it allows for teams to come back from deficits, to really execute offense, to understand how to play if you want to go to the next level. Sometimes, I mean, you could literally just pass the rock with 5 minutes to go in the game. You're up 2 or something, and it's hard because then you have to cause fouls, and there's so much time left. They just added, it's going to be 43 minutes now, just kidding, left in the third quarter, trying to get this clock worked out. But yeah, I just think the shot clock has elevated play, allowed for the flow of the game to reflect how it should be played at all levels.
Yeah, and I think it makes the players better.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, 2 years ago in the tournament on the boys' side, I called a game with Panguitch, and I can't remember who they were playing against, but the other team, I think it was Valley, they held the ball for the entire second half. They took the last possession. They started with the ball in the third quarter, took the last possession of the third quarter, and then held it for like the first 5 minutes of the fourth quarter. And it almost worked, but that's just not as entertaining and a fun brand of basketball. Sicily for 3, too strong. So that career high is just...
She's almost there. She's wanting it. You can tell. Got that look in her eyes.
I don't know if she knows. It's hard when you're playing. I would doubt that she would know that that's her career high, but if she does know, that always adds a little bit of that extra butterflies in the stomach, right?
Tyler, I'll say in the few times I've scored more than 5 points in a pickup game is Tabiona tries to get a look to go. Fighting for the rebound. Rhodes got it. I will say in the few times I've scored, I could quote-unquote say career highs, as Rhodes gets the and one opportunity that I wasn't really keeping track because you're just so thankful that the shot's going in. You're feeling great. I'm not keeping track or score. I'm just thankful the ball's going in the hoop. I can definitely say Sicily's probably a better player than I am. I can never say I've gotten to close to 20 in a pickup game as Rhodes converts. But yeah, I think she's just feeling it.
To this.
Yeah, she's just feeling it. She's playing it out. She gets the career high.
Mary Peck goes inside. Peck has been efficient today. She doesn't get that one to fall, but it will stay with the Longhorns.
Saw Peck's really good at setting her feet when she wants the shot that she selects. She's in the paint. She's got some defenders coming in front of her. You can just see she puts her foot down. She squares up towards the basket. Doesn't get the ball to go down that time. But really like how she sets herself up for her jump shots.
And Altamont has been pretty efficient on these baseline out-of-bounds plays as well, getting Peck a look. That time the Tigers double-team her, so there's nowhere to go. They do get it inside eventually, and steps are called for.
Yeah, they're going to call a travel that time on Jada Miles. Once again, you don't want to really just force your own way out of this. If anything, you need to play your way back into this, and these turnovers are just not helping the Longhorns right now.
Fabrizio, she's short. Altamont gets it going the other way. Kennedy Carter goes up. It's tipped out of bounds by Fabrizio.
I've got a feeling like Sicily knows. I can kind of see it in her eyes after she shoots that. She's smiling. Maybe that's because they have a great lead right now. But maybe she knows. Maybe she's like, hey, I'm on the verge of a career high right now.
Well, we haven't seen her miss 3 shots in a row at all today, but I think she's missed her last 3 with the attempt at the career high.
I mean, they're good looks. It's not to say that she's forcing anything inadvertent, but she's getting some good looks.
Jaylee Taylor gets some contact inside, and she'll go to the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line. It's been over 3 scoreless minutes for Altamont. They only have the 2 points from Mary Peck in the third quarter. Taylor will look to change that. And she does. The first free throw is good for Taylor.
I will say Jaylee Taylor's free throw line routine is something I might want to implement. Look, she's got a nice dribble down low, a spin, focuses, squares the ball, bends the knees, puts it up. Doesn't get the one to go down. I love that. Great routine.
That's nice. She got a little bit of a game feel with the way that she starts her dribble and then relaxes.
Yeah, just in one hand, down low. Love it.
Gines checks in. No good on her three. Fourth team foul called against Tabiona. It's Macy Rhodes. And Cicely Fabrizio just checked out of the game.
Yeah, she deserves a break, but I think also Coach Fabrizio is letting the other girls get an opportunity and maybe let her recharge before or if she comes back in.
And obviously, Coach Fabrizio and Tabiona, they have their eyes set on a long week with a lot of basketball. So if you can get some rest for your players earlier in the week, that will help out and go a long way. Bywater's three is too strong.
Great recovery and transition, though. Everyone found their players able to stop a transition opportunity.
Rhodes, a great look inside. It's Michaela Sanders who gets the contact. It's been over a quarter since somebody from Tabiona other than Rhodes or Fabrizio has scored, but Sanders heads to the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line with a chance to change that.
You were talking about rest before with these players. It's so critical, like we were mentioning, especially in tournament play. If you're able to get a comfortable win in these first few rounds, let your players kind of rejuvenate, get back into it before they get to the tighter contest later on.
But when she's 1 point shy of a career high, you hope that she'll get back in with a chance to set that, right?
As a fan of the game, you want to see it. But obviously, if you're looking at the mentality of the team itself or as Coach Fabrizio, there's definitely something you'd rather prefer.
Ball's tipped, so no backcourt violation for Altamont. Baseline, Kaylee Williams, nowhere to go, and she gets called for the travel.
Yeah, we've seen that when Tabiona pressures, Altamont's easy to just kind of pick up their feet a little bit. When you get that pressure coming on you, stand your ground, right? You can hold the ball close to your body to not cause them to kind of swipe and get a steal. If you hold your ground, put your feet down, let your players kind of get in open spots to try and find them.
Tabiona circles around. The patience from the Tigers has paid off. Gines goes back up top. She'll now cast from three, and she splashes the bottom of the net. So the Bryce Canyon City three, her second of the game.
Once again, patient, letting the shot clock run down, passing around the perimeter. They're getting open looks. Good that they're seeing the ball fall down in this first round as Peck is able to respond and get another field goal down low.
Peck has the only 2 field goals of the quarter for Altamont. Rhodes thinks about the three, decides to give it back to the hot hand of Gines, and she's no good. Under a minute left in the third quarter. A great look inside for Altamont. No good. A second chance opportunity is cleaned up by Kaylee Williams. So rare second chance points, but the Longhorns cash in on it, and they've actually done a much better job at limiting the second chance points for Tabiona in this quarter.
In my opinion, that was a perfect possession, although they missed, as now they get the steal, because it was a great first look and a great second look. They were just able to get the second one to go down, as now Tabiona gets it back.
15 seconds left in the quarter. Gines goes out to Rhodes. Rhodes casts off, in and out. Rebound fought for, and just the one opportunity for Tabiona as Altamont gets the rebound. But they dribble out of bounds, so 2.9 left for Tabiona to see if they can get something going.
I wonder if you just put Fabrizio in just to get a shot up from half court or something with the hot hand. She's going to stay on the bench, but let's see if Rhodes or another Tabby Tiger can see if they can get this long three to go down.
Baseball pass inbounds. It's Mary Peck who gets it. She'll heat from half court. Off the back of the glass and too strong. So we'll head for the final 8 minutes of this first day of the game. This is state championship basketball brought to you by Great Lakes Cheese on TeamHive.live.
Fab Rats is an entertaining YouTube channel based in beautiful southern Utah. Paul, Michelle, and the crew showcase major and minor fabrication builds, off-road adventures, family fun, and much more. Check them out on YouTube and subscribe today. Are you looking for ways to protect your agricultural-related investments from lack of precipitation and market downturns? We are the Ag Experts. Our team specializes in PRF insurance, LRP insurance, and ranch insurance. Give Chad a call today to learn how you can protect your calf check from the market downturns and your livestock range from drought. Don't get caught at the bottom of the cycles. Choose the experts. Choose us, your agriculture insurance specialists. Call Chad Lyman with Tyler Jeffson Associates at 435-633-5981.
Garcane Propane proudly sponsors Region 20 basketball. We are here to meet your propane needs. Call us 800-747-5403.
Love cheese? We do too. Come join our team with a generous benefit package and starting wages over $18 an hour. Are you ready to be an employee owner? Great Lakes Cheese in Fillmore is ready for you. Grow with the largest natural cheese packer in the nation. Full-time positions available for every shift. Apply online at GreatLakesCheese.com. Again, that's GreatLakesCheese.com. Wishing all athletes good luck in the tournaments and eat more cheese.
Welcome back to the fourth quarter as Jada Miles got things started for Altamont with her two. This is state championship basketball brought to you by Larry H. Miller Utah Summer Games on 1aball.com.
Yeah, now we're going to see some role players for both of these squads get some opportunities in postseason play.
Peyton Pippy, the sophomore, no good on her jump shot. Inside to Peck. One of those efficient post touches for Peck, but she's not able to finish on that one. Altamont has scored the last 6, so they've continued to battle. Still down 20, but that's something that you like to see if you're Coach Wilkerson. You know, when you're coming in midway through the season, you want to just get that into the culture, that ability to keep battling, staying in games, even when you may not have a chance to complete the comeback.
Yeah, and Tabby's had some frustrating offensive possessions here. Allows Altamont to just kind of close the deficit a little bit. Feel confident as you head into your next game.
Peck inside on the block again and turns. Little miscommunication. She thought she had Taylor on the wing, but Taylor had left.
Yeah, Mary got a little frustrated as defenders kind of closed in. And she tried to force it out. Obviously, it didn't work out. She tried to pass out to Scott. But I like how they're responding right now. They're getting good looks, just not able to get anything to go down, forcing some bad stuff as now Fabrizio comes back in to try and get things going for Tabby in the fourth.
Tabiona goes to work. Fabrizio surveys. The patience of Tabiona. They're built for the tournament. They're so good at just being patient and waiting until they get the shot they're looking for. Sicily finds Rhodes on a great cut, and she'll earn a trip to the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line.
While Rhodes is shooting her two, should we say who the winner of the Fab Rats trivia question is?
Do we have a winner?
I think we do.
Let's hear it.
All right, so the question was, how many tape measures have fans sent in? The correct answer was 54, and our winner for today's trivia question is Heidi Sudweeks. So Heidi, remember, go to the Sevier Valley Center to the broadcast booth and grab your free Fab Rats t-shirt.
0 for 2 trip for Rhodes at the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line. Good movement now from the Longhorns. McConkey goes inside. Free throw line jumper's no good. Rebound grabbed.
Yeah, two Longhorns go after it, and it just bounced into Tabiona's way to get the rebound. but the players are crashing the glass.
Fabrizio for three, no good, off the mark again. Rebound batted around and falls right into the hands of Henderson under the basket, so she'll go to the free throw line.
Selfishly, as a basketball fan, it's fun to see career highs. Fabrizio's trying to force it. But I think Henderson is an underrated player in today's game. She only has 2 points, but her ability to crash the glass in both the first and second halves, after Tabby's been able to get good looks, Henderson has just been going after it, passing it to the players that are hot. While she's not been able to score herself, she's been critical in their success in today's game.
Yeah, and we see how balanced this Tabiona team is, and that's something that Coach Fabrizio said. We'll talk about it after this break as a timeout is called. This is State Championship Basketball, brought to you by Ruby's Inn on 1aball.com.
Time for championship basketball, and Lamb Excavating, located in Orderville, Utah, wishes all teams the best of luck in the postseason. Lamb Excavating can help you with all of your excavation needs, from gravel to chip seal and any other excavating. No job is too big or too small. Give Darwin and the boys a call, 435-648-2318. Now let's play some ball.
Precision Tire Service is a new tire lube shop in Duchesne, Utah. Stop in and see what's new. Service with a smile. Congratulations, Tabiona Tigers, on a great season. Best of luck at state.
We're back from that Zions Bank timeout. For banking that helps you power forward, Zions Bank is for you. Tabiona holds on to a strong lead. They're up 21 with just over 5 minutes to play. Mary Peck goes to work inside. She'll go to the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line, or they'll call it on the ground. So baseline out of bounds. Jada Miles will inbound. She has Taylor underneath, maybe a second too late on the pass. They'll keep possession underneath.
You can just see that the Longhorns are trying to get to the paint. Not able to convert on a lot of opportunities, but they're getting good looks here in the second half.
That time, it's knocked away from Peck, but Taylor comes away with it. Can't convert. A good save by Miles. And again a miss, but Mary Peck grabs it. So Altamont, 2 offensive rebounds just there in the last 10 seconds. They've really stepped up on the glass in the second half.
I've been mentioning it countless times here. They're not able to convert, but you can see the focus and the physicality that Coach Wilkerson wanted from her girls today. And they weren't able to do it as much in the first half, but especially Mary Peck has been stepping up here, just trying to get anything she can. She gets the first one to go down, her first free throw of the day from the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line. But I love the physicality, the great response from her girls. Even though they're not going to win today's game, they're really going to put their effort out there, try and make it as close as they can.
And that's what goes a long way when you're trying to build up the program. It's an 8-1 run by Altamont, and there's still a lot of basketball left this week, too. You know, this won't be it for Altamont. They'll go to the consolation side of the bracket, assuming this result holds. But we've seen a lot of growth from the Altamont team.
From Coach Giant Boys.
Yes, set the standard and the tone going into the consolation bracket in your next game.
Just 6 seconds on the shot clock. They'll circle it around. It's banked in, is good from Camilla Webb, so she knocks down the Bryce Canyon City 3. That's her second of the game. Altamont works it around McConkey. She's no good. Rebound grab by Tabiona. Midway through the fourth quarter, Sicily still 1 point shy of her career high. We'll see if she gets any more shots up. There's 4, maybe 5 Tabiona Tigers waiting at the scores table to check in, so this may be one of her last chances if she wants to set the career high. Again, Camilla tries the 3, and that is no good, so she banked in the first one, tries it again.
Hey, it went around the rim, and now that's as close as it can go to being in without counting.
McConkey, no good. Peck gets it, and the dead ball will send all the subs in for Tabiona. So Cicely Fabrizio, she's been 1 point shy of her career high since the 6.5-minute mark in the third quarter, and she may not get the chance to set it depending on how these subs go.
It's not a dead ball.
30-second timeout by Altamont. This is state championship basketball brought to you by the University of Utah on TeamHive.live and KTTA 8.
Are you tired of winter and ready to ride? We invite you to the Bryce Canyon Mule Days. Join us in Tropic, Utah the first week in May for guided mule rides, vendors, food, and fun, featuring arena events including ranch sorting. Then Friday night, a live concert featuring Bren Hill. And the premier Chrome in the Canyon Mule Sale on Saturday. Learn more at BryceCanyonMuleDays.com, and we will see you there.
Welcome back from that Zions Bank timeout. For banking designed to help you score more, Zions Bank is for you. And we want to give a shout out to Tucker Sorensen and let him know that the Tabiona family is thinking about him today, as he won't be able to attend the game, but the Tiger family is there for you and thinking about you. McConkey inside, no good. Tabiona grabs the rebound. Just over 3 to play. The Tigers hold on to a 22-point lead. Some subs check in. The baseline jumper is no good by Peyton Pippi. Also into the game, Cadence Pippi, Jaslyn Jenkins. 3 is up on the other end by Chesney Bywater for Altamont. Tie-up called will favor the Tigers.
But once again, the effort. I think it really comes down to effort here in the second half. The Longhorns have just been after it. You know, when the ball's out on the rim, they're crashing the glass now, which is what they were missing there in the first half, which might have been able to help them with the deficit that Tabiona created. But you really just couldn't stop the scoring that the Tigers made today.
Emery Webb has also checked in for Tabiona. Inside, Mary Peck, a good defensive possession. She rips it out and gives it to McConkey, who goes the other way. Fast break is good. Altamont continues to fight.
That might have been the block of the century right there. Mary Peck just stood tall, did not move her ground. Pick and roll opportunity was there for the Tigers, but they just turned it around and got a transition bucket.
Gines in the corner. Nowhere to go. She travels. Next game will be Milford and Wendover right here in this gym. Wendover is the 5 seed, Milford the 12 seed. So Tabiona will await the winner of that game. Over on the boys' side at the SBC, Paiute beat Escalante in the first round, so they advance. And some more subs check in for Tabiona. Hayden Henderson, Taia Allred, and Macy Hagman check in for the Tigers. Jump shot swishes through for Altamont. It's Celestia Rigby. She gets her first points of the night.
Yeah, Tigers went into a zone there, allowed for an open shot. Perhaps the best jump shot that the Longhorns have seen all game.
Allred drives inside and knocked out of bounds off of Michaela Sanders. So Altamont will get possession again. And, after trailing by 17 at halftime, they've only been outscored by 1 in the second half. So a strong showing for Coach Wilkerson and the Longhorns as McConkey gets called for steps. Some subs will check in for Altamont. Mackley Carter and Taylor Scott come in for the Longhorns. So Mary Peck and Mads McConkey will head to the bench. Their day will be finished.
We talked about that slow start, though, with Coach Wilkerson. She said it's the mentality of her girls that kind of slow them down in the first half as the 3 is up. And no good that time. Tabby got the rebound, but not able to recover. But it's just their slow mentality that keeps them out of games. But they've played a great second half, and if they would have played this way in the first, we might have ourselves a game.
And that kind of goes along with, building trust and respect and, going back and forth with the coaching staff, the players, and being ready for the tournament. When you've been together for a while and you're able to develop more of that connection, that just helps, going out playing for each other. Not that Altamont hasn't. They've done a great job continuing to fight, and we see that. But you just see how that trust and confidence continues to grow with the Longhorns as we've seen the progression of this game.
And who knows, maybe this second half performance, this fight from her girls, can inspire them as they go into their next game of the consolation bracket. And maybe they start out well because of the strong finish.
10 seconds left in this one, and a good move inside. Michaela Sanders, she gets the 2. The buzzer sounds, and the first game of the day goes to Tabiona. They win it 52-32. Stick around for the Ruby's Inn post-game report coming up after this. This is 1A State Championship Basketball, brought to you by Chicken Lights and Chrome Truck Show in Panguitch on 1aball.com.